Hello, beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight is, and what a beautiful night. And so I'll tell you what, how many things can you do in one day? I don't know, but wow, it's been a trip out here. So anyway, I love you so much, and don't be too hard on yourself. Again, don't be too hard on yourself. Again, all right. Don't be too hard on yourself. It's so important, Starlight says. So please, don't be too hard on yourself, because that's where Starlight was. So I want to remind you that, accept yourself where you are, and it's okay that you're not perfect. Nobody is, okay? So anyway, I love you so much, and thank you for all of you out here who have been here from the beginning and all the way through, and that you're here loving and supporting Starlight. You're watching my videos, you're giving me thumbs up, and you've subscribed to my YouTube channel. So thank you so much for all of you that are here, who's been here, and thank you. Wow, Starlight has been out here, and I gotta say a huge thank you to all the new subscribers out on my YouTube channel. Thank you. Some of you helped me out today. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. Some of you I just talked to today, helping you out. Starlight went on pause, helping people that are struggling, and somebody lost a wallet today. That shit does happen. So anyway, I love you so much, and thank you for the new subscribers that are here on my YouTube channel. And if anyone wants to, they can. No pressure. If anyone wants to send any love donations through my Cash App, you can on my YouTube channel through my Cash App, and I will have that information here. Ping! There it is. And that way, anyone that would like to, and like I said, this is something that between you and God. It's, So besides that is, before I start this video, hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman. Plus, don't forget you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, plus give me a thumbs up, and you can also leave a message down below, beep, 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 and you can share my videos with your family, your friends. Don't forget to ring the notification bell, and you can check out my playlist. Plus, you can find me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. All right, now today is forget about everyone else. What? Forget about everyone else. Forget about what your family, thinks and what they're doing. Forget about your, well, you got to watch out, because some of your friends might not be, forget about those ones out there that they're wearing a mask. You might not be aware of that right yet. Or maybe you're ignoring those signs that they are wearing a mask. So, these are the people that I'm talking about are people that are not there loving and supporting you. Forget about those people. Forget about the people that you see. Now, I'm going to clarify this, what I'm talking about. Forget about what you see out in public, what people are doing, on the weekends, you are seeing people drinking beer, smoking marijuana, smoking cigarettes, out there, maybe you're at the bar scene? No. Hey, do what you want to do. But this video is about, forget all about what everybody else is doing. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. There's going to be many times, no matter where you are, no matter where you go, no matter what kind of people, that you spend time with or don't spend time with, you're going to see people that are where you were years ago, and you're no longer there. I see people, years ago, that was me. That's why we don't want to judge people for what they're doing, but we, forget about them. Don't focus more on what they are doing. Focus more on what you are doing. If you're a person like I am that has given up men a long time ago, I do have a special someone out there, but we haven't met yet. But I gave up on men a long time ago because I knew I needed to work on myself, and I've been doing this for years, and that's why my YouTube channel is about be the change that you want to see in the world. It's doing the inside work. It's blood, sweat, and tears. When you get sick and tired of getting sick and tired of your life, not being happy, and when you get sick and tired of being in, toxic relationships that are stunting your growth, controlling you, making you depressed, when you get sick and tired of being lied to, when you get sick and tired of people putting you in a box, like when I used to go to church. Now, you could go to church if you want. Starlight is not, I am spiritual, not religious. Starlight used to go to church all the time, but not anymore. And now a lot of you might have just joined in, and it's because Starlight went into a cult church, and that was my wake-up call not to go back. And I've tried to go to church, but it just is not working for Starlight. God has pulled, it's like I'm here, being of service to help other people out. So God had to pull me out. This way God can do a work inside of me and help me to get healed from past traumas. So I don't want you to focus on what everybody else is doing. What are the people at the church doing? Because I'll tell you what, when I was going to church, everybody was going out to the world. I was the one that was so serious and on fire, especially the first church. And then I went to another church because Starlight got mixed up with a man that, was wolf in sheep's clothing. He's doing everything I'm doing. He's acting like a sheep, but he wasn't. He was a wolf. Woof, 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 woof. Yeah, so he was a wolf, and so I had to let go of that. And this is how God has been working on my life, and nobody can really, know how God is going to do something, how God is going to use somebody, how God pulled me out of that church and set me free from the kind of stuff that was going on there. So no one knows the mind of God. So you really got to be careful of judging people on what they are doing, and forget about what those people are doing. Forget about the ones at the church. Focus on what you're doing. And like I was saying, when I was in the wood church, everybody was running out in the world. No, everybody kind of lost their, they weren't really serving God with their heart. They were out, chasing after the worldly things, And Starlight was on fire. And then, like I was saying, God put me in a different church, which actually I did, but I needed to go through that. It was a lesson for me to learn. And so that was a wake-up call there, is because Starlight was like a spy for Jesus. God does this. God was doing this in the Old Testament, is God would put people out and let them spy on things. So I've been a spy for Jesus many times in my life. God will put you might be a spy for Jesus, or you might have been a spy for Jesus and didn't even know it, But anyway, besides that, forget about all those people that they want to go, run out into the world and do the things that, hey, they got a free will. They can do whatever they want. They're listening to the same old music that you graduated. You don't listen to that music, Starlight, anymore? Yeah, I know. So forget about those people. And, but you know what, no matter where you go, no matter, you think you can get away from, like having a blind eye to seeing what, your family might be doing things, or might, it's not always about what they're doing. It could be a lot of what they're not doing, not working on themselves, not, working on their eating habits, not going out and exercising. You gotta actually focus on yourself. Save yourself, really. Save yourself. Don't try to, and I know somebody out there is doing this. They're being a people pleaser by going out, and I was that girl, because I'm a Virgo, as I was going out saving everyone else. There's times, what you gotta do? Save yourself first. Put your own life jacket on first. You gotta, you can't, there's people that are struggling in life, and it easily can happen because our family or people that we think are our friends, or maybe you met somebody and you're like, hey, I like this person, I want to help them out. But here, you're the one that needs the help. You need to help yourself. There's going to be people, there's going to be family, there's going to be friends, and they're going to drive you nuts. There's going to be things that don't align with you, and they need your help. And you know what, we've been so used to people pleasing that we're not even aware of that we're wasting, they're distraction. They are the biggest distraction of the ones that are closest to you, your family or people that you think are your friends. They keep on pulling you away so you could put all your energy on them, and that now you don't have time to do the work yourself because all your time and energy is going on them. They're like, hey, oh man, and you feel bad for them. They're your family, right? But you don't even align with them on so many different things. You're on this path, they're on that path. And here you're trying to help them out. So you're taking all that time and energy, on people that are just using you. And the way this matrix is you're going to have this shit happening. You're going to have people that are your family. They could have done a lot of shit to you all through your life. And like Starlight, I got a beautiful heart. And that's how you know when you forgave someone, is that you could still be there for them. But you got to be careful. You could waste a lot of time, hours through the day. You're like, where's all my time go today? And then you think about it. Well, I spent there's time that, you could call your family up. They don't love you. They don't support you. They might actually love you, but they don't support what you're doing. They don't like what you're doing. And so you're like a tug of war. Hey, come this side. There's this line, and you're playing the tug of war, and they're trying to pull you into their world, but they're not doing anything with their life. Now, some of these people might not be doing drugs, alcohol, or any of that stuff, but they're not doing anything in their life. They're not working on themselves. And you got to be careful. They're going to pull you away from what you're trying to create and do. So you gotta really forget all about those people. Stop worrying about those people. And I don't want you to worry about yourself either, but focus on yourself. And that's Starlight. Starlight does this, I want to help them out. But they don't even have a time of day to call me up. I don't know if you got family out there like that, or even friends. They say they're friends, but they're wearing a mask. You might have family out there, they say they're your family, but you're always the one calling them up. I got this little friend here. A little bug here, bugging me. So, you know what I say to that bug? Bug off. So, check this out. And don't call them. See if they call you. Oh, Starlight, they always call me. Why? Oh, they want something from you, right? Well, they help me out, Starlight. They're helping me out. You got to watch out for that. There's times people will help you out because they're still pulling you back into their world, but they don't really, they don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you change. You might want to move away. You might want to do this and that, but they don't want to see that shit. They want you right where, there's a lot of people when they start aging, they don't want their kids to be in another state. They want you to take care of them. What are you going to do? Are you going to be there to take care of them the rest of their life? Where the rest of your life stops? Now, if you had great parents, you really need to, if they were really great parents, you really need to be there for them and help them, because they were really good parents. But if you got the kind of parents that really weren't there, when you were younger, don't feel like you gotta be there and take, how many, the rest of your life or the rest of their life to be with people that they don't care to see you grow. They're not even loving, supporting you. So you got to focus on your own self. Focus on what you're working on. Don't get distracted on looking at what everybody else is doing. And you got to be careful, like even when you go out in public. Sorry, I got this little bug here. Is even when you go out in public, you're going to see people drinking. Or you're going to watch TV and you're going to, that's why you got to focus on yourself. You're going to see things out there that, especially when it gets warm out. Now here, it's always, it's not, I can't say always warm out here, but it's beautiful out here right now. And that's what you got to watch out for is when it really gets hot outside, a lot more people party and drink and smoke and all that stuff. And, you got to be strong going through those times. And there's many times I could smell marijuana, which I did smell marijuana earlier out here, and I'm like, ooh, I love the smell of marijuana. And that is what you got to watch out for, is that you got to be strong and say, you know what, that has no hold on me anymore. I'm so sorry about this horn thing here. So I don't know what they're doing. So anyway, is don't pay no attention to those people that are stuck where you were. If you cleaned up your life and you see people and you smell marijuana, maybe, you got to say, you know what, that was me a long time ago. And say, I am so happy and I'm so proud of myself because I've grown. I've grown and I no longer do that. There's some people, they can't let that stuff go. They're too happy in that, and hey, you know what? Let them do what they're going to do. Focus on yourself. Focus on the goals that you have. Focus on, eating healthier. Don't let those people out there, family, friends that you think are friends, or people out in public, because we can get pulled. We really can. If you're weak in that area, with any kind of addictions that you might have had or habits that you had a long time ago, you got to really protect yourself. And there's things out there like music is really a powerful, sorry, Starlight's got to get some water here. Music is a very powerful tool that gets used to pull you back into where you came from. And that's where Starlight knows. I'm like, you know what? I have certain music that, like the 434 hertz, if I got that right, music. And because it's a higher vibration, there's a lot of music. It sounds good to the ears, but you know what? It could pull you back into where you came from. I didn't have this buggy problem out here before, but anyway, so you gotta focus on yourself and be strong. Know the signs out there. Say, hey, you know what? That music, I love that music, but I know if I'm around that music, it's going to get me to act like this and do that, and it could get you to get back into those things that you once did. Even TV. Let people, let your family sit there, watch TV 24/7, or other people go on social media. Let them waste their time and energy. But you don't have to be that person. Man, I'm gonna get this bug. If I only was a frog right now. So don't worry. Let them waste all their time and energy on things that don't matter. But you gotta just focus on you and don't worry about what everybody else is doing. And you're going places. Other people are not. If they're wasting all that time on those things, they're not going anywhere. And so don't be a people pleaser out there trying to save your family and save your people that you think are your friends. Now if your family has been there and love and support you and were a great mom or a great dad, be there and help those people out. But it's up to you, the kind of people that you help out. But you don't want to help them if you can't even help. You gotta first, no matter who they are, you gotta God first, you. If you don't have that order, you're doing it in the wrong order. If it's them first, then you, then God, then it's the wrong order. It's God first, then you, then them. So it's okay that you can help people out if they have your back, not with a knife, but make sure you take care of your needs first. then you could say, hey, now I took care of my stuff, now I can come over and help you out. Don't let it be the other way around. I love you so much, and I hope you get a lot of help from this video. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, plus give me a thumbs up, and you can leave me a message down below, beep, beep, beep. Plus, you could share my videos with your family or friends, and don't forget the notification bell, and check out my playlist. And you can also find me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman, Starlight. Thank you for watching. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.